Hello, ladies. I have a confession to make. When I started my career in sales, I was terrified. I felt I wasn't good enough. I remember my very first cold call. I can remember it just like yesterday. I was shaky. My palms were sweaty, my voice shaky, and so many what if questions in my head. What if the client says no? What if it seems like I'm being too pushy? What if I fail? These questions kept ringing in my head. And guess what? It was a no. And it didn't just stop there. I got a lot of rejections even after that. They kept coming, they kept coming. But something changed. After one of those many rejections, I was speaking to one of my mentors and he said something to me. He said, sales isn't about convincing people. It's about helping people if you believe in what you're offering. It's not selling, it's serving. See, this was a mind shift for me because before then, I was at the verge of giving up. I felt like sales wasn't for me, it wasn't my thing. I really didn't fit into this. I felt like maybe it's not for my personality. But then, after hearing this quote, it totally changed everything about how I perceived sales, how I perceived selling. I studied accounting in school and I started my career path in accounting. Now, moving to a new terrain as a salesperson, it was a new terrain for me, a new space for me. And I really wanted to be able to take a hold of it. But at the beginning, it felt like it wasn't for me. And I was at that point of giving it all up. But then this mind shift made me understood that, oh, I had perceived sales wrongly. Sales was not just about selling, it was about serving. And for me, it was just an awakeness to start re strategizing in the right way and approach selling in the right way. Now, fast forward to today. I'm the head of B2C sales and marketing for a leading career consulting company across the US, UK, and Canada. And I've helped people in the last few years to achieve their career goals and also to clinch their preferred or their dream jobs. And this didn't start just today. It started with me believing in myself and understanding the fact that I could achieve this. So let me ask you, have you ever felt afraid of selling? Have you ever held back because you didn't seem too pushy? If so, today's section is definitely for you. I'm going to show you how to unleash your inner sales goddess and use the skills you already have to excel in sales. Because, ladies, let me tell you this, you were born to sell. My name is Sandra Ekaniyere. I'm a sales expert with over 7 years of experience in helping people achieve their goals. Let's start by addressing the biggest misconception about sales. People think it's about pushing products, but here's the truth. Sales is not about pushing, it's about solving problems. If you see sales as an act of solving problems, then I think you've gotten a full hold about selling. You've gotten a full hold about sales. You have diversified, you have dissected sales, and trust me, you're going to be acing every sales pitch and every cold call you get on. Guess what? Women are natural problem solvers. I mean, bring your problem to any woman, and I dare you, she would solve that problem for you. We women, we are natural problem solvers. In our homes, our daily lives, in our workplaces, everywhere, we just solve problems effortlessly. Take any of your problem to any woman, and trust me, that problem is solved in no time. So let's think about this. Have you ever convinced your child to eat vegetables by telling them they will grow stronger? That sales. I mean, I do that with my kids. I tell them, oh, you have to eat this particular food, or you need to eat this for you to grow stronger, or for you to eat this to get more vitamin C. We do that, and that's selling already. That's sales. Have you ever persuaded your friend to try a new skincare product you love? I mean, that's sales. I think last month I was speaking to my best girl, Rashidat, and I told her, oh, I had some skincare challenges, and she did what? She referred me to a particular skincare product that she wanted me to get, that it was going to work magic for me. And I did. Trust me, that was sales. She already sold to me. Have you ever negotiated with your boss for a raise or a promotion? We've all been there, right? That's sales. I mean, you sell in every day of our lives. Selling is part of our lives. We sell every day, whether in our communications, in the way we relate with people, our daily works of life. We're selling. This is sales for you. Now, let me give you sales in a more defined term. Selling is simply communication with a purpose. As women, we do this every single day. It's communication with a purpose. You're communicating with a person with a purpose to get a deal. You're communicating with a person with a purpose to solve their problems. So selling is part of our everyday lives. And as women, as black women, we sell every single day of our lives. So from this moment forward, I want you to erase every negative thought about selling. Sales is not manipulative. Sales is not being pushy, but it's serving. Sales is about helping people make the best decisions for themselves. We get to this point every day, and it's not like people cannot make this decision for themselves. But yes, at that point in time, you need to help them from point A to get to point B. This is where you come in as a salesperson, helping them make the best decision. And when you shift your mindset from selling to serving, everything about you changes. And that was it for me. When I understood perfectly that selling is not about being pushy, it's not about just trying to get that client to buy my product or my services, but about serving. Everything, my perspective about sales changed, and I became better as a sales professional. Zig Ziglar said something. He said, stop selling, start helping. So it's good you understand that for every sales deal you close, you've just provided solution to that client. You've just helped that client. So it's not just selling you, trying to get the client's money into your account or your bank account. It's about you helping that client. So let's dive into some more powerful strategies that would help you succeed, whether you're selling a product, a services, or selling yourself in an interview. Now, I'm going to be talking about three powerful strategies that would help you out, help you unleash the inner sales goddess in you, stand out, and close more deals. Number one, confidence is your superpower. I mean, I get this a lot of time. Sandra, you are too confident. I get on a sales call, and the next thing I'm hearing is, you speak so confidently. Yes, because I know what I'm selling. Now, before people buy into your service or product, the first thing is they want to buy into you. Confidence is contagious. If you don't believe in what you're selling, no one else will. For me, I believe 100% in what I'm selling. And I sell my services with 100% conviction. And I extend that to my clients or to my prospects. Because selling at first starts from you as a salesperson believing in what you're selling. You own a business, you need to understand and believe in your product, in your services you're offering, even before your clients will believe in it. I'm going to share you a story. When I started out first in my new job, I felt like I wasn't really confident about the services. I was just starting out in this new terrain as in the career consulting firm. I was not really sure how to go about it. I was trying to navigate and I was still strategizing on how best to navigate with clients. So I got on a call with this client and I sold to him. That came with a no because it was not believable. It was totally not believable. I mean, I've been selling for over 4 years to 5 years, and here was I on a sales call with a client, on a cold call with a client, and I didn't sound believable. And at that point, I knew that I had to put in some checks, I had to put in some strategies uh, to get me to where I want to be. I wasn't confident about the services. I wasn't confident. I didn't believe in what I was selling. And it was obvious. The client could read through me to know that, oh, I didn't believe really in what I was selling. Now, fast forward to some months later, I got on a call with that same client, but it was a different approach because as at this time, I had digested the services. There was so much belief in what I was doing. I wasn't scared or skeptical. It was everything all in. And when we got on that call, I closed that deal at that call. We didn't even have to do, oh, let me get back to you and see what. It was one shot and that client got on board. Now, what was the difference? The first instance, I really didn't believe in the services. It was a struggle, it was a new terrain for me, and I was still trying to understand it. And yeah, months later, I and that client, that same person, got on another call, and it was a one shot, and that client got signed up. Now the difference was my confidence. My confidence had grew. I understand perfectly where my terrain, and I understand that how I was going to help my clients from point A to point B or to their destination, and it worked amazingly for me. Believe in yourself and your products because if you don't, why should anyone else believe in you? Now, number two, storytelling sells. Now, fact sells, but stories sells. Instead of listing futures, tell a story that makes your products or your services irresistible. For me, whenever I get on a call with a client, I always want to tell stories of how I have moved client A, I have moved them to their destination, and how I'm going to help you move you to your own destination. For instance, I'm on a call. The first thing I'm going to tell the client is, meet Sarah, one of my clients. We got on a call some few months back. She had series of rejections in her job applications, and when she came in contact with me, we had a discussion. We strategized on how to move her from point A to point B. And today, Sarah just claimed a job. She's working with X and Z company and doing amazing and well. Now, this client already know that with this storytelling I have done, I'm trying to move them to where they are. I have spoken extensively on how I'm going to solve their problem because if I had done same with Sarah, I'm definitely going to do the same with them. Now, instead of me speaking or hitting on the features of the services, I had already cleared every doubt of that client with and using Sarah's case as an example or as a case study. Now, what clients want to see from you is the intentionality you put in to solve their situation or to solve their problems or to solve their challenges. Now, the more intentional you are about solving those client challenges, the more they are ready to get on board with you, the more they are ready to buy your product. If you're selling a product and you say this product is going to cure this product does this and this for you, it's the intentionality in it. They want to see how well you're ready to solve their problem, much more than how well you're ready to take their money into your pocket. I mean, for every salesperson, I say this a lot that the main aim is to get your client's money into your bank account. But yes, you're also trying to solve their problem in depth. You're also trying to provide solution to their challenges. And that is one thing that stands out as a salesperson. You are a problem solver. Now, I want you to know this. Maya Angelou said that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Number three, closing without feeling pushy. Closing without feeling pushy. We all, as salespeople, we are not pushy. I think that narrative about salespeople being pushy, it's a wrong and a misconception. We are not pushy. In as much as when you're following up on a client, you want to close that deal, you're going all in, you're trying to get that client to listen to you, trying to get that client's attention, you're doing your follow ups back to back. I need you to understand that as salespeople, we are not pushy. We are problem solvers. We prefer solutions to our clients. So closing is not about forcing, it's about leading. So I need you to understand that you're actually leading your clients, you're not forcing them. Closing is about leading. So instead of saying, would you like to buy? I would always say, how soon would you like to start? Or how soon would you like to buy this product? It's a more best terrain for you to say. That phrase, it's a more better phrase for you to use when you're trying to close a deal with your client. Always assume the sales instead of waiting for a yes. Now, guide the conversation towards the next step. You're trying to close a deal, you've had your talks, and the next step is what you need to get to. Don't be scared to hit on it. Don't be scared to hit on the next step. Try to end your conversation with how soon would you like to buy or how soon would you like to get signed up. Now, that brings you or brings your client to that point where they want to make that decision. And it's okay if the client says, I want to think about it. It's a good response. I mean, your response should be, of course. Do you have any concerns? Do you have any specific questions you'd like us to talk about? You're trying to clear every of their doubts and trying to make them understand, assure them that you got this. Trying to assure them that yes, you've got the solution to their problem. Now let's talk about something that holds many women back. The fear of rejections. I feel like rejections is a lot deep. But then, when a client or a prospect says no to you, how do you go about it? How do you handle rejections? Recently, my company hired some new staffs, and when I was on an onboarding call with the new staffs, one of the questions I posed to the sales team was, how do you handle rejections? Because rejections could discourage you. And let's be realistic, rejections discourages. But there's something you need to understand that for every no you get, you are one step closer to a yes. So, ladies, listen to me. Rejection is not personal, it's just a redirection. Understand this perfectly well that it is not personal, it is just a redirection. And the fact that that prospect said no today does not mean that tomorrow they would continue saying no, or by tomorrow you will not get a yes. Rejections is just a redirections. Oprah once said that she was told she wasn't fit for the television. J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter was rejected by 12 publishers. Sarah Blacklin, the founder of Spouse, was rejected for years before she made it big. Now, if you see what notice one thing about these people is that they didn't quit, they didn't give up, but they kept pushing. And today, they are big names we know. Especially for Oprah, we all know her. We've heard about her, we've watched her, we've seen the big things she's done, we've seen her achievements. And this is to tell you that rejection doesn't mean you give up. It means you strive. It means you push it. It means you continue striving for more. So I want you to repeat this after me. I do not fear rejections. I am fearless. I am a sales goddess. Again, say, I do not fear rejections. I am fearless. I'm a sales goddess. Thank you very much. Now understand that every no brings you closer to a yes. Every no you've gotten brings you closer to a yes. So I'm going to share this brief story with you. Last year, September, I was on a call with a lead, and this lead had a specification of what he wanted. And when I got on that call with him, I told him what and what we were going to do to help him achieve his career goal and clinch the job of his dream. Yeah, he was living in Germany, and he wanted to move to the UK and get a job as a project manager and move to the UK. And precisely one of the things I said to him was understanding why he wanted to leave Germany, why he wanted to move to the UK, because I would always want to understand the background, in depthly understand the pain points of my clients, the reasons for every one of their moves, and see how best we can align things for them. And after we had this talk, I definitely saw that, at that point, him moving to the UK might not be the best plan for him. But yes, I had the opportunity to advise him. But trust me, I was not going to impose it on him. And yes, and I told him that, oh, it would be best we just concentrate on him getting a job in Germany rather than moving to the UK at this point. And immediately he said no. He said, oh, no. And the next thing he went back to say, oh, I think he's not interested right now. He's going to go back and re strategize and get back to me. And of course, he didn't get back. And even when I had to follow up on him, I felt like he really wasn't longer interested in the service anymore. But I didn't stop. I just knew that him saying no at that point was because he felt I was preferring a different solution than what he had envisioned. But yes, what I was preferring was what was best fit for him at that time. But he felt, oh, he wanted something else. He had envisioned him relocating to the UK at that moment. So why do I want to tell him staying in Germany was the best option for him at the time? So fast forward to a few months later, I think he got back to me around November, and he said, oh, he would like to get on board and he was okay to get a job in Germany. He would just like to stay put in Germany. So he would like to know how best we can help him with his aligning his career goals and seeing the roles that are best fit for him so that he can start his job applications in Germany. In February this year, just last month, he got back to me to say he just got a job. Now, the good thing about it is I understood perfectly well that at that point or at this point in his career, it was okay if he continued to work in Germany because basically there was no much reason to why he wanted to leave. He was just looking for new opportunities in a new country, nothing much more than that. And I understood that getting a better pay in Germany would be good fit for him, and he could look into relocating to UK later on. But at the point where he was in his career, he needed to build his portfolio more. Now he understood this better, and he took this to heart. And yes, we got results. Now this is to say that if after he said no, I had backed out from that, we wouldn't have been able to help him achieve the results he achieved in February. So I was really glad when he got back to me to say, oh, he just got an offer and it was exciting for me. Now, ladies, you have everything it takes to be successful in sales. Every single thing. As black women, we've got it all. When you enter a room, people see you, they hear you because you are powerful. And yes, they can see through you how confident you are. So I say this to you, you are persuasive, you are powerful, and you were born to sell. So here's what I want you to do. Take actions. Apply the sales strategies starting from today in your business, in your career as a sales professional. Apply the sales strategies until yourself win, until yourself achieve more. Believe in yourself. If you don't, nobody else will. I've said this before. Nobody else will believe in you if you do not believe in yourself. You are the first person to believe yourself, and every other person would follow you. Your belief system has much more way it affects the output. How you perceive sales, how you perceive when you're speaking to your clients, your presentation, your belief system affects it a whole lot. Now, believe in yourself. Understand that every room you walk into, you've got this. Understand that you're a high achiever. Understand that you've got the aura. You are a confident woman and you've owned it. Own your space. Own it like you alone are in that space. Own it every single time. And every single time you have the opportunity to sell, every single time you have an opportunity to close a deal, understand that you've got it. You can do it. Understand that you're preferring a solution, you are solving a client's problem, and you're offering a service. See service still selling in this light, and it's going to change your mindset of how you sell. When you see sales as just selling, it's different from when you see sales as serving. It's a different terrain, it's a different ballgame for you. And I dare to say that it has moved me, it has changed my perspective, and it has worked for me all these years how I perceive sales. Sales has been for me something I do out of passion. I say it, I I say this a lot of times. I didn't start my career as a salesperson. I was an accountant. Now moving to sales was a different terrain. But yes, I embodied this when I understand perfectly well that selling was me solving people's problem. And I also enjoy this so much. Solving people's problems, serving is a beautiful thing to do. And at every point when I speak to clients, I let them understand that this is not just me trying to get your money. This is me offering you a solution. This is me serving you. This is me trying to get you from where you are to where you want to be. Sales is amazing. Sales is beautiful. And I need everyone to see it in that light because selling is part of our daily lives. As women, we sell every day. Even to our partners, we sell. We sell every single day. So stay connected with me. I'm sharing more sales tips, mindset shifts, and strategies every week on my YouTube channel. And I would love to connect with you all. So before you do anything else, grab your phone, go to YouTube, search Sandra Ekaniyere, click on that subscribe button, and also don't forget to turn on your notification bells so you get notified when I post a video. So I need you to remember this that you are not just a salesperson, you are a sales goddess. You've got the power in you. I mean, when you step into any room, things change. When you speak to your clients, things change. Whether you're selling a product, you're selling a service, or you're selling yourself in an interview, understand that you've got the power in you. You are a sales goddess, and you can close out on any deals that you set your heart on. So see sales as not pushy, but see sales as a service. Thank you so much for listening in this section today. It was an honor to speak with beautiful women, and I'm glad. Thank you to Women in Digitals. I'm excited about this opportunity. I am grateful about this opportunity. Thank you so much. Don't forget to connect with me. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.